to a new session of English Drops. Today we are going to simulate one model task from the C1-C2 assessment criteria, which operates across 4 distinct scales, which are content, communicative achievement, organization, and language. That's why we will have to concentrate efforts to acquire a huge amount of vocabulary in order to be able to express ourselves in the level that our examinators expect from us. And we'll probably receive this kind of test to be written in our examination. Even in our information-rich digital age, when there are diverse ways of occupying our leisure time, museums continue to play a fundamental role in society. Over the last decade in particular, museums have become more community-orientated, and the majority seek to be inclusive rather than elitist, reaching out to everyone. This change of heart has necessitated a degree of creativity in the presentation of information. Objects rarely speak for themselves, and where a low reading age must often be assumed, museum curators have looked to modern technology to breathe more life into exhibits, whether through interactive techniques or accompanying audiovisual effects. So the first thing that we will have to do is trying to find out the main idea or the main ideas from this test. In a second reading, we will find this very interesting. We will find that museums have become more community-orientated, and also that the majority seek to be inclusive rather than elitist, reaching out to everyone. So taking this in consideration, that probably this is the main idea of the test, we will have to start to rewrite this test with our own vocabulary, showing our examinators that we are able to develop any kind of test on the C1 or the C2 levels. So let's start with some tips before writing this new test. We could use always the openers, and a good opener could be something like the test suggests that. We can also use the test raises the issue of, or the writer is of the point that. And we also can use this. Additionally, it is argued that. And then if we want to talk about purpose, we could always use aim, function, objective, or stimulate, which we could always use something like encourage or promote a change for the worse. For example, the expression less desirable, or an unfortunate outcome, which is very C1, C2 level. If we are talking about the medium, we could always set the method of delivery, and for the message we could always set the subject matter or the content. So we'll have to start writing something like the test views museums positively, and the writer suggests that a real attempt has been made to attract a more diverse audience. In order to support this, museum curators have had to come up with alternative ways of displaying the objects in their possession, and have relied on new technology to breathe more life into them. This is an interesting point of view. that justifies the use of innovative technology as a way of engaging people's interest in museum exhibits, especially those who are less literate. We could also add something like this. The test suggests that the policy of introducing new technology into museums displays has been of benefit to visitors because it is more meaningful and hands-on. The writer is also of the opinion that in the last 10 years in particular, museums have tried to engage a broader cross-section of the public. And well, that's all for today in our English drops about reading a test and changing it with our own vocabulary with new words. I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye, take care. I'll see you on the next English drops.